And what's your take on aliens? Like, and I kind of feel a little bit pessimistic as well. Like, I'm starting to feel like, well, we haven't seen them in a while. Time is going on, but like, there's that whole time continuum thing. Like, light travels at a certain speed, and then you have expansion, right? And like, is it possible that like we're just expanding at the rate to where it's making it harder and further? Or is it just like so many possibilities out there that it's just impossible that if, at a certain point we're gonna run into somebody?
I'm optimistic.
Okay.
I think we'll find something.
Yeah.
I think we will.
Let-
Longevity is a thing, right? Paths crossing. We've only been listening for decades. It's like, well, out of the billions of years that the galaxy has been around, it's like decades or nothing. And so like longevity is a thing. There's another thing too that's really interesting that I've been thinking about, which is if the Earth was about 10 to 15% bigger, we would not be able to leave it. We would like it'd be impossible. The rocket equate like we have the physics, we would not be able to leave. It'd be impossible. Um, and at least as of right now, given the information we currently have, Earth is actually pretty small for most terrestrial planets in the galaxy. Most terrestrial planets are maybe like 5 times the size of Earth. And now that could be because it's just easier to see bigger planets. And so I can
Sure.
see that number coming down. But
Sure.
given what we know right now, and given the combination of those two things, it's not unreasonable that it's not unreasonable that it's like we may be one of the only intelligent species that actually will be able to leave the planet and go do things in the galaxy. And so like that's a possibility. And I think that makes me more optimistic of like, oh, it could just be out there, but they're just not able to leave their planet because of the physics. And so like that's exciting. That makes me more optimistic, thinking about that. But also, yeah, I mean, the longevity is a huge piece of it, and just like thinking about, detecting life. It's like it's hard. You could have life that's not carbon based. You could have silicon based life. Like that's a possibility.
Hmm.
It's rare, but it's possible. And also just the life finds a way. That kind of thing.
Yeah.
It's like the more and more we learn the about primordial life on Earth, the further and further back the estimates for when life first started. I mean, like the estimate is now that it happened in the first couple million, 100 million years of the Earth forming, which is crazy, right? It's like, man, if life can form on a planet that that hazardous to life, like it's got to be able to start. And there's this other cool new idea that's floating around. This question of like, why does life exist if the like life fights entropy? So if entropy is this nature of the universe, why does life exist? It's actually this cool new idea. It's only been around for a few years, and it's just nobody had thought of it before, which is that like, well, actually, life creates a lot more entropy. Overall, it only fights entropy internally, but externally, have you created more? And you've created a lot more entropy than like
Yeah.
some rock sitting at the bottom of a canyon over the last 30 years or 20 years or whatever. Like, it's almost like if entropy is the nature of the universe, then the nature of the universe is to create life because life creates a lot of entropy. It's very efficient at creating entropy. So I think that's another reason to say that like the universe wants life because life creates entropy. So and that's very high level. It's a little bit fuzzy and whatnot. Kind of messing with the words a little bit. But so like, yeah, I don't. I mean, I don't think that like Area 51 is like holding on to aliens or anything. If they got here first, no way in hell we're gonna be able to like overpower them or whatever.
Right. Yeah.
Um,
That's my thought.
but so like I don't think that, but I am optimistic on aliens. I think we will find. I would think we will find life somewhere else. The question is always, will it be intelligent life?
Yeah.
It's also possible that like, what if we're the first ones?
Yeah.
Maybe somebody's got to be like. Obviously, the chances are astronomically low, but maybe we're the first ones.
Yeah.
Maybe we're the first. Maybe we're one of the first intelligent life in the galaxy, and that will end up being the rulers of the galaxy. That will be the first Kardashev type 1, type 2, type 3 civilization.
Yeah.
Maybe
Yeah.
somebody's got to be.
You know,